All right, Jeffrey, what are you up to?
All right, today we're running a test AC 174, and it's what's called a uniform distributed load. I'm just going to read you the test summary here. It says a load of 125 pounds per foot of rail length is applied to the top rail. It's right here. Using quarter point loading, which means you've got 8 pickets. We come in 2 pickets from each end, so you've got distributed load down the length of the rail. The load is to be applied alternately in the horizontal and vertical direction, or may be applied in both directions simultaneously. That's what we're doing. We're going to be pulling at a 45-degree down angle, so that we're pulling both horizontally and sort of vertically in between. We've got a digital scale that's in line that goes up to a monitor on the wall, and that'll give us our foot-pounds that we're looking for.
So that's your digital scale right there?
Yep.
And it's hooked up to this monitor on the wall?
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else?
And we're going to be looking for a total, what we'll be looking for on the scale, somewhere around 707 pounds. The criteria for the test to be accepted is that we have no failure, crack, or disengagement of any component.
So we're at, what are we at, Jeff?
488 pounds.
Okay.
646.
818. So 818.
707.
Yep, so that's definitely passing code. It's a 4-footer. You'd expect that. Excellent performance. Excellent performance. So we know we're not going to see any failure here. Let's take it to failure. Let's see what happens. Stand back, please.
Alright, we got creases and distortion in the post.
Okay, at 2,194 pounds. Very good. Okay, this is Aaron Meyer, our production manager. He's got a couple things he wants to know.
I'm measuring the panel from the bottom of the bottom rail to the top of the top rail.
Yes, sir.
And I'm coming in at 33 7/8 of an inch. According to the instructions, they recommend leaving 2 inches under the bottom rail to the deck surface. And when you apply the math, the system is actually coming in 1/8 of an inch short to pass code at 36 inches to the top of the top.
Minimum 36. So we will measure the pickets. We'll measure a couple other things. Brian, our line leader, was also looking at this. Brian, what were you noticing about these the space between the pickets?
Right about close to 4 inches. And we usually try to keep ours around 3 3/4.
Okay. And is there a test that they typically have to apply on railing systems? About a 4 inch?
Under 4 inches.
Under 4 inches. So it's right there is the sphere, and so that may or may not. That's going to be right on the edge in terms of passing code. Okay. But other than that, it's a nice looking system.
It is.
Today is August 12th, 2009. We're going to be doing a uniform distributed load. It's AC 174, is the specification. Our test summary, and we'll just read this. We're looking for a load of about 125 pounds per foot of rail to be applied to the top rail using quarter point loading. And that means you come in about a quarter of the way, put a strap, quarter of the way, put a strap, and you've got about half, the other half left in the middle. The load is to be applied alternately in the horizontal and vertical directions, or may be applied in both directions simultaneously. And that's what we're doing. We're going to be pulling this at a 45-degree angle, down angle, using this bar attached to the top rail. And we have a set of scales on here, digital scales, that'll be giving us our readings. and we'll be pulling in a downward motion at a 45 degrees.
Okay. Whose product is this, Jeff?
This is Southern Vinyls product.
Okay, and it's a 4-foot rail?
A 4-foot T-rail porch.
Okay, and this one has how many pickets?
This has 9 pickets with probably a spacing of about 3 3/4 somewhere.
And has a foot rail.
Yes, all our kits come with a
Foot block. Foot block. Okay, sir.
312, 610, 844,
What was passing, Jeffrey?
707.
707. So this passes?
This passes.
Now you want to take it to failure?
I don't see any distortion in the ground, the pickets, brackets are holding. Yeah, we can go on.
Coming up here. Okay, dude.
Alright, we've got some rail distortion at the rack and some posts.
Okay, just like some of the others, we had a little bit of distortion where the ultimount meets the post. We have no distortion where the brackets are in the vinyl, attached to the vinyl post. Of course, we've got distortion where the straps were, but that took about 2,000 pounds of pressure to get that. Jeff, what are you showing me here?
I'm just looking at the difference amount of distortion in the rail and in ours at about the same amount of pull.
It's in about 1% or so.
This side here really caved.
How tall is it, Aaron?
33 and 7/8.
33 and 7/8.
Yeah, you don't want to believe that. We're 2 and 3/4 off the deck.
Okay.
So from the deck, we're 2 and 3/4 underneath. We're finishing at 36 and 5/8.
Okay. And Jeff, you're taking off this bracket to see if there's any cracking or distortion or anything like that.
We'll check the bracket, see if we got any breaks or cracks.
How's the bracket look from the outside?
It doesn't look distorted at all. I don't see any cracks.
Is that the same on both sides?
Outside. Let me get around.
Same on this bracket over here too, right? Pretty pristine.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll slide that out. Is there any cracking of the post? Post looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Post looks good.
Post looks good. Bracket still looks good. So,
See if we can pull this off.
and that looks like it did before.